Grigor Dimitrov to serve. Ready? Play. $50 love.
Dimitrov, he's an all-court player, isn't he? He really is kind of a link from the past of tennis to the modern era. You could see him easily playing a beautiful brand of tennis with a wood racket, couldn't you?
Yes, very much. And he truly came to dislike the nickname Baby Fed. He was compared to Roger Federer, who's watching this match. At first he thought it was a great compliment, then it became something he didn't like at all. Not good or fair to be compared to him, he said. And he's no longer a baby.
30.
Tiafoe's game is much more homemade. No textbooks for what Francis does with his forehand and serve, but highly effective. That's how you diffuse a situation. Tiafoe took over in this point with that backhand. Didn't do enough with this approach, though. A little too safe. And he was just stuck there. But that was a terrific shot. There were lots of options. Dimitrov could have hit a short angle cross-court pass. Ripped it line, but he just lofted that one perfectly.
Led for service. Advantage, Dimitrov.
Certainly expect a lot of net approaches for both of these guys. They both like to finish in the forecourt.
And who's better at that?
Thinking.
Yeah.
It's close.
It's close.
What do you think?
I think it's close. Maybe Dimitrov. But Tiafoe loves it up there. He's got some beautiful touch on the short stuff. There's real Fed.
He's really let himself go.
Yeah, it's hard to see. It's hard to see.
Yeah. Yeah. Well. Five-time champion, I believe, is what they printed on his credential that he was given by tournament director and CEO of Pro Tennis Stacey Allister upon arrival. He'll
2003 to 2008.
Yeah, he'll be man in the con at Laver Cup as well. He and Tony Godsick.
Look, there's another Roger up there.
Yeah, Roger Goodell, NFL commissioner. Laver Cup upcoming. So they'll be in Berlin
Advantage
in a couple
Dimitrov.
of weeks' time for the next iteration.
Looking opening game. Took a while, but Grigor Dimitrov
First game. Love 15.
Talk about all the American men and women who've had nice runs at this year's U.S. Open. You want an all-American story?
Sure.
Frances Tiafoe. His parents, refugees of war from the African nation of Sierra Leone. His parents came to America with no money, no prospects, certainly no clue about tennis.
Frances
Senior came as a construction worker, helped build the JTCC. Sure, there's a watch party going on there right now. Love that place. The maintenance man there. 12 acres, 3 dozen courts. He was the groundskeeper, the custodian, the maintenance guy. Working so much there, he slept there overnight with Frances and his twin brother, Franklin. Because their mom was working at a nursing home, and she was working overnight.
15.
That's how Frances came to tennis, watching tennis all around him. He and his brother would sleep there at the club, on the massage tables. He lived there, basically.
Francis is an all-American story, isn't he?
Yep.
So many of our wonderful players in the last
one game all
in modern memory come from first-generation American families. Pete Sampras, family immigrated from Greece. Andre Agassi from Iran. You can go down a list. Even in Canada, Felix Auger-Aliassime, Denis Shapovalov. You've got a lot of examples, and Francis is part of that legacy. Come from the opportunities, and the kids are taking them.
Led for service.
What an opportunity this tournament's turning out to be for him.
Love 15.
Early look at a break.
Love 30.
Very predatory returning from Tiafoe. Getting up tight to the baseline when he can. And these missed first serves are helping that.
Francis has won 3 out of the 4 points when Dimitrov has had to hit a second serve. Look how tight he is on this return to the baseline. Oh, and that was going to be a clean winner to get him up 40. The off backhand just clipping the tape. But talk about an investment play. He's already pulled one down the line, followed it to the net. He was taking that one coming in as well. That is intimidation. And it might pay a dividend with some double faults down the line.
David Witt has been a nice add to the Tiafoe team, hasn't he?
Thirty.
Dimitrov did have a period in his career where double faults became a problem for him, and he really struggled with it. It was right after he'd won the year-end championships in London. He had the biggest win of his career, and then the next season lost his way with his second serve. And it hasn't really been much of a problem for him this year. But you just wonder in high-stress moments if the problem doesn't reappear at times. Tiafoe certainly making him think about it. He's putting pressure on him with that court position and his intent.
Advantage, Tiafoe.
There's a chance for the American to strike.
Yes.
That was crafty from Grigor.
Sure was. He saw him coming in, didn't he? That's that slice backhand you're talking about, Jim. That could be a headache for Tiafoe tonight.
led for service. Advantage, Dimitrov. Deuce. Advantage,
Pretty good lob, huh?
Dimitrov.
Yeah, Tiafoe's asking the right questions, and Dimitrov has the answers at the moment. Can he keep coming up with great lobs like that? That's something that Francis should continue to demand answers from.
It was a little too high to make it easy to take out of the air. It wasn't high enough to chase down. It's good judgment from the Bulgarian. Caved in on himself, didn't he? 2 double faults, 2 aces. Francis has to go after this game if he can. He's only early. But so far, Dimitrov has missed every other first serve.
Advantage, Dimitrov.
Dimitrov is slender, but has mega racket head speed at his disposal.
On the serve or everywhere?
Everywhere. His backhand, in fact, one of the fastest backhands on tour last season, and that makes it really difficult because he blends it with his slice. As a hard serve there to link the exchange. 19 minutes, Mary, to get to the first.
Love 15. Love 13.
A lot invested in that last game for Tiafoe unsuccessfully. Tim Hemman, can you please stop bothering Roger and Arno Boch, who is a great player in his own right now, #3 at Rolex. Is Arno in the middle? I've been watching him from up here, Mary, and
Yeah.
Tim has been shadowing golf swings. I think he's trying to help Roger with his new passion. Anyway,
15,
this is an important
30.
game for Francis to focus in on, because he spent a lot of energy and didn't get the reward for the break in the last game. Now he's got to focus in. That's a good comeback from love 30. But he's still at 15-30. The work's not done. Heard a story about Jill Smoller, former player and longtime
30.
agent to Serena Williams, who's also taken over the management duties for Francis. She's sitting in his players box today. She has been this tournament. And she was asked to compare the experience of watching Serena versus watching Francis. And she said, so much more stressful with Francis. She was like, what? What's this stressful with Serena? Like, no, because Francis sometimes doesn't keep his concentration, and that stresses me out.
Understood.
But that is something that Francis has done better and better as his career has gone on. Quick story. When Ray
14,
took
30.
over the coaching duties for Francis a few years ago, he really focused hard on the practice court with Francis on making him stay focused and locked in, as they like to say, for long periods of time, just trying to train his mind to stay very narrowly focused.
How'd that go?
It went well. He made some big gains there. Still not perfect, but certainly improved.
Game, Tiafoe.
Took a few volleys, but Tiafoe holds from love 30. That's a low volley he handles so well.
2 games all, first set.
It's a sport to him. It's also a game. I think that's why so many people enjoy watching this guy. And if you go to usopen.org or any of those platforms, you can see just what has been happening at this tournament.
Love 15. Love 13.
Six on the trot for Tiafoe and getting verbal. Trying to get the crowd cranking. There's Jill in the back, the blonde hair, stressing next to Alfina, Francis's mom. Oh, what a chance here for Francis. Love 30.
15-13.
Tough way to lose this long rally.
Yeah, but I like the discipline from Tiafoe. Didn't take the bait on a couple of shots where he could have pressed the attack button a little too soon. Yes, he lost a 17-shot rally, but this guy is a good fisherman. He can throw some bait in the water, can Grigor Dimitrov, with that slice backhand and lure you in against your will.
Two more break chances for Tiafoe.
Please do not use flash. Thank you.
Good body serve.
30-14.
Couldn't get out of his way. Not enough time.
That was pretty entertaining when Tiafoe was playing Alexei Popyrin the other night, and David Witt continued to just poke his own chest, indicating to Francis, serve at the body, and Francis did it successfully several times.
That whole last game.
That was it. Dimitrov just flipped the script on him. Still another break point, though.
Let second service.
That's not a pattern
Deuce.
play that Tiafoe is going to want to engage in. Slice to slice with Dimitrov. Even though Francis has a pretty good slice, it's not at the level of the Bulgarians. The better play for Tiafoe, if he wants to play offensive tennis, he needs to hit that slice down the line to Dimitrov's forehand, because he's not going to slice that shot. He'll hit something with topspin, and that's going to sit up a little higher in the strike zone and allow Tiafoe to go hunting.
We got fishing, we got hunting.
Got lots of metaphors. Work our way through them. Maybe over 5 sets, Mary. Settle in.
Tiafoe to break. Does 0 for 3 become 1 for 4? Does this joint will light up?
15 all. Fifteen, 13.
Dimitrov just a surgeon with that little chip, dropping it in front of Francis's feet. Francis not able to get in as close as he did on the break point that he converted that time. Francis has come in 9 times already, Mary. He will continue to keep coming in, and he should. That's a great place for him to finish, but he's going to have to probably be slightly more selective, coming with a little more advantage.
It's 5 for 9.
Yeah, proper ratio is winning 70% of your points when you come to the net. That's for a non-serving volley, right? Serving volleyers, it's going to be a little tougher because you're not always going to get as big of an advantage. You're choosing to come in off of a ground stroke. You've created some geometric advantage typically, and they're wounded and weak by the time you're attacking them within that rally, and you're hoping for an easy volley. But boy, has Dimitrov been able to diffuse it with his magnificent feel and force Francis to hit some tough volleys. And he's come up with some, certainly, but not all of them.
40-13.
The best practitioner that we've seen as far as knowing when to come in and being able to finish so consistently was Rafa Nadal. Amazing conversion rate at the net for Rafa. But he didn't have to hit a lot of shoestring volleys, did he? They were pretty much thank you very much volleys at head height.
Keeps his lead.
Tiafoe leads 4-2 first sets.
I was reading an article about David Witt and his work with Francis so far. And one of the things that David's really been stressing alongside Jordi Arcanata, the other coach in the team, is for real intensity in these return games. There's Grigor's coach, Jamie Delgado, trying to keep his man chin up. But David wants Francis's intensity up in these games. Don't let him off the hook, even if you're up a break. Keep coming. You might hear them and see them from the coach's corner, urging him to keep doing that. Just missed, but had the open space to work with.
15-all.
Francis is doing a good job, Mary, of making this uncomfortable for Grigor with all these net approaches and the disruption.
Exactly. It's up in his face every time he can be there.
Thirty 15. 30 all. (40-30).
Making it so clear that he is coming after Dimitrov tonight.
Yes.
Fifth forehand winner for Big Foe.
Advantage Dimitrov.
He's certainly following coach's orders and keeping the intensity levels very high in these return games. Dimitrov's getting no comfortable holds.
Game Dimitrov.
He's being challenged. He held up there.
New ball, please. Tiafoe leads 4-3.
He came from 2 sets down, did Dimitrov. He was 78 in the world at the time, and he's gone way down at times. Dimitrov says part of growing as a human is that you have basic experience, which I really hadn't been having because I was a tennis player. And he said he needed to experience those things, and that's why at times it was taking him away from his game. That goes long, wide, too.
15 all.
But you see the team that he's constructed around him now, Dimitrov, and you realize that he still thinks he's got a lot of game left in him. It's nice to see.
His game has always been nice to see. Dimitrov's always had a very eye-catching, smooth game. Tremendous natural mover, incredibly flexible too. He can basically do a split on the court while he's defending it. And while, of course, a lot of the focus in this tournament right now, understandably, here in the United States is on the players repping the red, white, and blue, like Francis, like Taylor Fritz, who's awaiting the winner of this one. Dimitrov's got to be thinking, why not me right now, too, this bottom half of the draw. His job is to be the heartbreaker, to destroy American dreams. Next 2 matches. It's not an easy task by any means.
He doesn't look like a heartbreaker.
Actually, he does.
He does?
Yeah.
Okay. He does.
He's got a long list of ex-girlfriends, I'll tell you that.
Now, that was also making him famous. Back around 2017 when he won the year-end championship, he was dating Maria Sharapova. Spent some time with Serena Williams.
Game Tiafoe.
Good hurling from Francis. 5-3 now for the American. Right here his team is telling him.
Tiafoe leads 5 games
Right
to 3
here.
first sets.
Yeah, they want him to stay aggressive. That's been working for him by and large, just to even the threat. By the way, there is Dimitrov on the left of screen. That is Grigor's father. He's not gone home to work yet, Mary.
No.
Still here.
Let first service. Let.
Dimitrov thought the point was over. He was getting ready to serve to the ad court.
Love
Barely
15.
letting the ball bounce. And gobbles this up. And I know how much you love the Tiafoe backhand.
Thought that serve was out. It must have
Love
caught just the back
30.
edge of it, but he was very late getting to that return of serve, and the set's getting late for him right now.
Set points for the American.
Love 40.
Tiafoe wins one of this 3. Those cheers will be even louder.
Fifteen, 14. Thirty, 14.
He had it set up. And
Yes.
the forehand down the line, as worked for him earlier tonight, lined up.
Advantage, Tiafoe. Game in first set, Tiafoe. 6 games to 3.
There is a tennis sound that only the U.
50 love. 30 love. Third C15.
Dimitrov doesn't express frustration too often. He's pretty self-contained by and large, pretty mature out there, but just kind of gave a what the heck look up to his team. It's just not feeling the ball properly on the strings right now. Frustrated that sailed on 2 points ago.
First game, second set. Is Grigor Dimitrov.
He's a fighter. Tiafoe put up the mirror on that point.
Love 15.
Short chip backhand wreaking havoc on Jamie Delgado's player. That was a challenge for Francis in set one, trying to tackle those little bunt passing shots at his toes. But I do wonder if you might see a change in tactics from Grigor, potentially more topspin backhands as he tries to keep Tiafoe off of the net and try and get there himself. Dimitrov he has plenty of skill and power off the forehand and the topspin backhand if he wants it.
30-15.
And that's kind of been the challenge for him at the onset of his career. So many options, so much skill. How do you organize it? He's much better at it these days, but he might have to kind of change gears and go big or go home. The dilemma you face in a way when you play Francis. If Francis is in form, which he clearly is this summer, are you willing, if you're Dimitrov, to wait him out and wait for the lull and just keep biding your time, or do you get a little antsy and want to take matters into your own hands and change your tactics? We'll see which one he does.
Game Dimitrov.
First things first. Holding serve.
1 game all, second set.
Not yet had a look at breaking Tiafoe. Tiafoe's gotten him twice.
Here's what I would suggest if I was Jamie Delgado.
What would you be yelling at Dimitrov?
I would say when you're serving, play the game plan that we set out here. Use your slice backhand. Plot a course. Limit your unforced errors. Use your slice backhand. and rely on your serve to give you an advantage in those games.
Love
You're going to
15.
probably win 1 to 1.5, 2 points a game with your serve. So you can play a higher percentage tennis when you're serving. When you're returning, you've had no success. As if you could call a timeout at the end of the set, sit with your player. You've had no break point chances. You had no impact on his service games. Let's turn the risk dial up when we're returning. Let's go after our backhands, rip them hard with topspin when you can. Thump forehands, get to net, disrupt. Make him feel a little uneasy when he's serving. Chip and charge. Rip and rush. Just don't let him do that. That's what I would be thinking. Is really do something different, but let's not sacrifice our serve, where if we're playing aggressively, we might break ourselves with a couple of loose errors.
I like that.
That's all I have to say about that. That's a lot, probably too much.
Yeah. I don't think a lot of people who play the game, Jim, play their service games differently from their return games. A lot of professional players don't, right?
Sometimes it's hard to switch gears.
Yeah.
Dimitrov just took a long look over to his team. He's definitely wants input. And he's on the side of the net where they can give it to him verbally. They're next to him over there in the right-hand corner.
Game, Tiafoe. Tiafoe leads 2 games to 1. Second set and by 1 set to love.
Good looking win over Zverev on this court earlier today. First time he's gotten into a Grand Slam semifinal. He doesn't feel like stopping either.
$50 love.
Talking about Frances Tiafoe's ranking dip from the beginning of this year, where he started number 16. He fell as far as number 30 in the world. Back up to 20 now. Taylor Fritz has been kind of the alpha of this group, ranking-wise.
15 all.
He's the last one of them to reach a semifinal of a major. Shelton did it. He's a little younger than those guys.
Tommy
Paul in Australia. Francis here. It's a long time coming for Taylor. He bided his time, but he's there now. Feet up, watching this one, waiting to see who he gets in 2 days. Not 3 days time, actually, Friday. This section of the draw gets 2 days off between their quarterfinals and the semis.
Oh man, that's his 5th double fault.
15-13.
Serving in the 30s in this set so far.
Never good when you have more double faults than aces. For the year, Grigor Dimitrov has had about 2.5 aces for every double fault. So this is a poor performance in that department for him.
Dimitrov off the court right now.
15-14.
Smothering the ball. Here's for 3-1.
Game, Tiafoe. Tiafoe leads 3-1, second set.
Quick reminder that USOpen.org will keep you connected to everything US Open 2024. Lots going on. Official tournament site.
It's all going his way. Tiafoe is winning this battle by waging asymmetrical warfare. He is surprising Dimitrov at every turn. Grigor doesn't know where he's going to be on the court. That break point, Mary, that was an absolute bluff. He started from the baseline and was barely at the service line as he watched that pass go by him long. People just don't come in on approach shots like that very often because it's not advisable.
No, but it's disruptive.
Sure is.
And he is a disruptor when he's playing like this. Look at this run he's on. Dimitrov is far from his best, isn't he? Clearly, Tiafoe's making him jumpy, but also he's just not finding the strings the way he normally does.
40-15.
If there's ever a good time for your first double fault of the match, up a break, setting a break and 40 love is about the best time you can think of, but you got to buckle back down. That'll do.
Game, Tiafoe.
128. That gets him to 4-1 now in the second, already up a set.
Tiafoe leads 4-1, second set, and by 1 set to love.
This is exactly what he wanted this match to go like.
15 love.
Taking full swings. This guy, he goes to tennis matches, he goes to women's basketball.
Jason Sudeikis loves his sport.
He sure
Question
does.
about it. Ted Lasso, if you don't recognize him.
Wasn't quite
30
ready
love.
for that show to end. Might show up again, hopefully.
Got a nice shout out from Iga Swiatek, I think, in her post-match interview, didn't he?
That was awesome.
That was cool. Francis. Oh, he let that one go. As Dimitrov gets to what looks like a comfortable hold of serve. Just a brief segue. Francis, in his post-match interview a couple nights ago, shouted out Tony Goldwyn, saying, "Me and my girl, we love scandal."
That's tremendous.
It was awesome. Those are just moments at the Open. Don't get those.
Game, Dimitrov.
Not normally, no. What is the
Tiafoe leads 4-2, second
like
set.
this?
Australia.
Oh, that's a
Australian
good
Open have the night matches.
Right.
It's a buzzy environment too, and they do a lot of the same showmanship within the stadium with the music and lights and all that stuff. So yeah, Australia.
This is all too good.
That was good. That ball dropped in.
Love 15.
Or did it? Yeah, I mean, that was ridiculous. So the chair umpire putting her hand out flat, which to indicate the ball was good, letting Dimitrov know, because the crowd comes up. They don't hear the automated call. There's no hand to see if it's palms down or hand extended out. Old school. Lines person. What a shot from Grigor.
Yeah.
Puts this game in a different light. Love 15.
Love 30.
Dimitrov still looking for his first break point of the match, and he is a point away from having 3 of them. Couldn't get that left hand on there to be firm enough for this volley. Such was the pace of the pass.
Fifteen 30.
It's just simply not good enough on the pass. Dimitrov has more capabilities than we're seeing on that shot. He could have driven that down the line. Easier to pull across, safer, but it was too high, and Tiafoe was right there. He's flustered, understandably. That was a huge opportunity lost.
But he sure is showing Dimitrov how hard it is
14.
to win one.
He finally got what he wants, though. First break point of the match for the Bulgarian. Chance to get back on serve in set 2. done well at the net on that point, but it was the first forehand that opened it up for him. Took a lot of risk, did Tiafoe on that shot, but got a lot of reward for it. Back to deuce.
Advantage.
Serves are tough to
Dimitrov.
come by for Francis in this set. Serving under 40% for serves in play.
Deuce.
Get in a winning position early.
Advantage Dimitrov.
Come on, you got one of the best forehands in the world, man. Come on, let's go.
Lots of encouragement coming from both camps right now. They know this is a critical game here, especially for Grigor to get back involved.
Game Dimitrov. New balls, please.
Is that an inflection point in this match? We'll
Tiafoe
find
leads
out.
4 games to 3, second set, and by 1 set to love.
Back on serve.
Love 15. Fifteen all.
Flat-footed forehand. The window opens for Tiafoe. Seeing that again.
30 all.
That time it's Dimitrov who snuck in.
Great D, let's go, G.
Just a little bit of wildlife on the court. ball crew member.
What did that
Trying
used
to
to be?
catch El Hoppy. Ladies and gentlemen, we're witnessing a murder.
This is this isn't gonna happen. He's got a leg is front.
And Michael chances now.
He's holding on to it. Okay. Well done. Well played.
Peta's on line one. It's gotten serious now.
30-14.
Chance for a break back for Tiafoe here after conceding his service game. And this would be a concession from Dimitrov, who has not played a tight game here. Well, in one sense of the word, he has.
Use.
Mistakes in this game from Dimitrov. He's fighting himself as much as he's fighting Tiafoe right now. Fighting for control of the ball. He's got a really interesting racket, Mary. Only player I've ever heard of. It's custom designed for him. It has 18 main strings and 18 cross strings. Usually you get 19, 17.
Advantage Dimitrov.
Why would we do that? Why?
I don't know. I don't know the answer. I know Mark Petchy just told me about it. Fellow commentator who gets a lot of good info from his fellow Brits. And if you have a tighter string bed like that, the strings closer together, that means you get less spin naturally, right? Flatter ball coming off your racket.
Game.
Now that's a hole.
Dimitrov. Four games solved,
A
second set.
23-shot rally brings this second set to 4-all.
That was an excellent hold in the end for Dimitrov because he nearly gave it away with unforced errors. But Tiafoe couldn't handle the first serve up the middle on the break point. So it's gone from a healthy set and break lead for the American to a 4-piece in set two.
Love 15.
He's unsettled, isn't he, Tiafoe? He's on the opposite side of his team, so they can't give him verbal coaching here, just hand signals.
He can hit these two forehands any bigger. Angry looking forehands.
Fierce. Her serve percentage is definitely down this set across the match. Francis has done a tremendous job of defending his second serve against Grigor, winning a very high percentage of those points. In fact, he wins more points when he hits a second serve than a first serve, which almost never, ever happens.
Dazzled them on both sides of the net now. Both sides of the net.
40-30. Deuce.
Was an ego contest of forehand to forehand.
Advantage.
Dimitrov wins that mini skirmish and has a chance to turn this set right on its head. Another break point for the Bulgarian. Return off of a great serve out wide. Dimitrov just flared it back deep and reset the point. But Tiafoe was persistent with his aggression, and that desperation pass misses. It's going to be 18 by 18 custom string pattern. Gutting the mains. Polystring in the crosses. Gonna love this, Mary. He gets them strung the night before. The main strings are strung at 25.9. kilograms. That's right. 24.9 for the classes.
Advantage, Tiafoe.
Whatever the case is, he did that change at the beginning of 2023, and his ranking has done nothing but go north. But not able quite to turn this set fully upside down. Dimitrov, Tiafoe, a chance to rescue his serve here.
There's his dad, Francis Sr. And his mom, right below.
His dad was like riding shotgun with him. He was mimicking Francis's ball bounces before the serve, doing it in stereo.
Serve there.
Fine. I'm sure Dimitrov he would consider a friend. So is it friend or foe? What's it going to be? Am I stealing your pun thunder?
Love it.
50 months.
Hasn't made many loose mistakes, but that was one there. 15-30 rally ball backhand. Normally so secure with the two-handed side. But it is a flat shot, which means it's a net skimmer. Net caught the tape there. Takes it back to 30 all. Had a chance to get the double set point there.
(40-30).
One of the benefits this set for Dimitrov and making more first serves is that Francis has not been able to take the second serve return and get to the net. So Tiafoe not able to be as much of a nuisance in this set because Dimitrov has lifted his first serve numbers. Tiafoe breathing heavily here, knows this is a critical 10 minutes in front of him. Will they be up 2 sets to love or an absolute war set apiece?
Love 15.
Forehand. Forehand's incredible shot. So what? Next one. You're gonna work out there.
Grigor's hearing a lot from Jamie Delgado. He is puffing up his ego, telling him how great his forehand is.
Love 13.
Way to use your wheels.
Way to use your wheels, you just heard him. That was an incredible get from Dimitrov to keep that rally alive.
Tiafoe, when he finished off Alexei Popyrin in his last match, his coach David Witt kept calling for the body serve, and Tiafoe kept giving it to him, and he just put one right in the chest of Dimitrov to get back to 30 all. Dimitrov trying to basically flip the script and use Foe's play. Get in when it's a little inadvisable and hope that it works out. But Francis' two-hander, it's on a dime. And he has game point. By the way, I think that's a really smart idea for Dimitrov. That's what we were talking about earlier in the set. Throw a little more risk into this when you're challenging Tiafoe's serve. Make him uncomfortable.
Open those shoulders. What a recovery from Dimitrov from a pretty shaggy looking first set.
Advantage, Tiafoe.
114 in the side pocket.
Stay in the return game. Come on. Come on.
Another chance for 6-5. At the tennis center, and the coaches there took notice of how much this kid wanted to play, and of course Tiafoe, his parents couldn't afford lessons, so the coaches took Francis Tiafoe under their wing.
You know the thing I like about walls, Mary?
Tell me.
They never miss.
They don't.
And they're always there for you.
That's true.
Let second service.
Many a tennis pro started off just with a racket and a ball and a wall.
Exactly.
And a desire to just stay out there as long as they could till the parents called them home. At least this little kid from Dade City, Florida did.
Yep. This is a kid
Love
from
15.
Douglas and Queens. Summertime. Where your mom would say, just come home when the street lights come on.
And then you get to here, and it's all bright lights, big city. And you're on the center of the tennis universe like these two are. And Tiafoe has love 15 in a second serve with the set on the line.
Fifteen all. Let first service.
Didn't get his feet underneath him there.
13.
Lunged at it. Was in control of that one. So that's 2 let-off points for Tiafoe. 2 gifts back to Dimitrov from love 15.
From 2 sets to love. Done everything right until he didn't.
Out. Let second service.
From Grigor Dimitrov, the Bulgarian, has brought this to a tiebreak.
6-all, second set, tiebreak.
The volley he missed. The volley, Tiafoe was right on top of the net. That would have given him a set point.
He missed that would have given him a set point. That's a fact that I hope only you and I are thinking about, not Francis. Hopefully he's put that behind him because he can't go back and fix it. But it was regrettable. It was there for the taking. No guarantee he would have broken anyway, but it's tiebreaker time. Here we go.
One all.
Good fight, G. Here we go.
Doesn't look like he has an immense amount of forearm wrist strength, but there's no other way to hit this shot. This is absolutely gobsmackingly difficult. A late flick and creating that much speed with accuracy. Oh, that was awesome. Really nice first volley from Francis. The second one, that's a gimme. But the first one was nowhere near that easy. So on serve, the level lifting here in the tiebreaker. This isn't the finish line of the match, it's just the finish line of the second set, but the level of play here compared to the level of play when Taylor Fritz and Sasha Zverev were finishing their match is night and day. They were both timid, Zverev and Fritz, both a little bit shy. This is spectacular here. It all counts the same. There's a winner and there's a loser, but this level is just so much more eye-catching and impressive.
3-0.
It looked like they were afraid to miss in the match this afternoon. Won by the American, who's sitting with his feet up waiting to play the winner of this one. These guys are bloodthirsty on every shot, it seems like.
Taylor Fritz, very much a child of privilege. And the two American women still alive. Emma Navarro, Jessie Pegula, both daughters of billionaires. And then there's this guy.
Go forward. Come on. Toughness. Let's go.
Dimitrov.
Sit, stop, you go. Come on, let's go. Love the forehands, come on, go.
What a drive from Dimitrov. 5-3 for the 33-year-old Bulgarian.
5-3.
Whose best tennis seemed to be years ago. Dimitrov keeps getting told how great his forehand is. And to trust it, believe in it.
Clean winner. Right on the line, and it's triple set point. Guess his forehand is pretty good. They were right up there in the team zone. 2 massive points taken with forehands by Dimitrov. And he's going to take this set, it looks like now.
Dimitrov.
Double fault number 6. Problem for Tiafoe, among other things, is that he's serving at 44% for this second set.
Please.
On display. And Tiafoe's back on serve, but still facing set point.
Thank you. Game and second set. Dimitrov. 7 games to 6. 1 settle.
That set was so pretty until the very end. Dimitrov survives himself.
Coaches, unlike team sports where it's the team owners that pay everybody. The player is the team owner in tennis.
15 love.
Well, it's a work night. It's 11 o'clock in New York City, just a few minutes after. How many of these fans need to get home? How many will stay? That advantage that Tiafoe had not only on the scoreboard, but also from a vocal support standpoint is also dwindling a little bit.
It is. How much trust Dimitrov had in that second set. And he was still very much in. past that, which I have, I've grown to like him. Dimitrov was in California getting ready to play another terrific North American tournament, Indian Wells, when COVID struck. And that tournament went away. So he stayed in LA. Very specific about that. Took good care of himself, worked out. Sent ventilators back home to Bulgaria, to his hometown of Hoskovo, as they were suffering.
14 love.
Yeah, I think he's a nice guy.
Solid love holds for both players. David Witt on his feet, telling Francis to be more aggressive on the second serve returns. Will be a return to the first set, which Tiafoe was in nearly every service game that Dimitrov had. Ended up breaking him a couple times.
Fantastic. Let's go. Stop.
Of course, you need to see second serves. He's only seen one out of 5 points played on Dimitrov's serve this set. Grigor in rhythm in set 3 so far. There's the jinx in effect. Good to know we still got it, Mary. So there's aggression from Tiafoe. They like that. And there's also a look at the immense power available to Dimitrov on his backhand. One-handed backhands are just so free-flowing, right? You don't have the second hand restricting your follow-through the way the two-handers does. So there is, if you want to see the biggest backhands in the world, normally it's going to be someone like a Dimitrov or a Stan Wawrinka in his day. They're going to create the absolute most pace.
More than Roger did.
14.
Roger could if he chose to. He just didn't want to bully the ball, and he was a little toothpicky in the arms too. Yeah, we got to take our shots at him. The guy's nearly flawless. Come on. Still not convinced he's a human being. Never seen him bleed, Mary. Yeah. I don't know if Roger's human.
Never seen his belly button.
Never looked for it, to be honest.
14.
I realized that was going to be the defining moment, because I'm pretty sure aliens could make those up if they needed to. But I digress. We're getting off track. This is a serious situation. Here we go. Semifinals at stake here. Could be an all-American semifinal if Tiafoe wins.
Dimitrov. New ball speed.
Really using his forehand now, isn't he?
Dimitrov leads 2 games to 1 third set. 1 set all.
Then rip the second one if Tiafoe hits a volley up. of a sudden he's starting to unleash. And that may change the calculation for Tiafoe as for where he feels comfortable starting his move to the net from, because he was coming in a lot of times making contact at the baseline, which is rarely a good idea because you're just so far from covering the court. So we'll see. We'll see. He needs to get to the net to finish. Keep disrupting. But he might just have to wait a little bit longer to have the advantage that's enough to get in.
Game Tiafoe. 2-game all, third set.
If you're just joining us in this terrific match, you can go to usopen.org to find out why we're dead even in this men's quarterfinal.
I thought that was our job to tell people why we're dead even. They can find out on .org too?
Yes, they can.
Man, we're redundant already. I thought AI was coming for us, not the website. If there is a shot that needs to improve for Tiafoe, it is the two-handed backhand, which is normally his reliable shot. It's not the one that wins him as many points as the forehand, but he doesn't lose as many either. But he's missed some critical ones at really important times on rally shots.
Coast to coast, and as quick and supple as Dimitrov is, he couldn't keep up with that one. That one he could. That one just too well struck. Hasn't done that for a while, but that's his 8th double.
Here we go, up, back.
Against 8 aces. Fans understand this moment.
That was not an easy shot. That was a shoelace forehand that he just destroyed.
I didn't really get down for it. Lunge at it a little bit and still controlled it.
Tiafoe leads 3.
Tiafoe now operating behind a break.
Love 15.
Find the will.
Come on.
15 all.
Go big T. Look for 1-2. Let's go.
Team calling for a big tee serve here. Looking for a 1-2 punch. Probably a forehand afterwards if you can get one. Couldn't land the blow there.
Thirty 15.
Come do it for me, please. Go ahead. Here we go. Come on, let's go.
I think you go.
Hit the ball. Hit the ball. Try and hit the ball. So you got back in it. Come on.
Hit.
Forty 15.
Go. First one right here. Get it.
Led for service.
Stay out. Come on.
Led for service.
Exaggerate your left arm. Stay up. Come on.
Trying to help Tiafoe with net clearance. Exaggerate, keeping the left arm up higher, keeps everything up. It increases your chances hitting up on the ball instead of falling down too quickly where you'll get the ball into the net. Tiafoe's got such a unique left arm that folds when he tosses the ball too. Trying to help him.
This one right here. Fine. Let's go. The head up.
Head up, left arm up. Everything they're focused on right now is about getting the ball to a trajectory higher off the racket.
Deuce.
Here we go, folks. Here we go. Come on. Find a way. Stay positive. We're in the lead. Come on. Come on. Here we go. You're the man. Come on. Aggressive. You're the man.
Most of the stuff you hear from the teams is innocuous support. You're the man, aggressive, keep it up, let's go. But occasionally you get some really interesting info.
Sure.
You just have to filter for it.
Advantage Tiafoe.
Good play. Come on.
You know it's one of the active. Come on.
Tiafoe leads 4 games to 2, third set.
Let's go.
Stay present right here. Let's go. Go. Hungry and believe, Pop. Hungry and believe. Yes, just so you know next time, okay? Come on, work through it. Let's go, hit the ball, come on.
Right in front of Jamie Delgado is a tablet there. They have that available on all courts for the coaches here. Like we won over in Francis's box as well. They can get all means of data there, service direction, speeds. We learned in the briefing pre-tournament that while the coaches can use it, then they can voice the information. They're not allowed to actually turn the tablet around and show it to the players.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
15 love.
Interesting.
So Tiafoe is requesting the replay of the call on the right service
I
line.
can't imagine in a match like this that these players want to do any reading. You know what I mean? Let's scroll down and see.
No, but they might want to show, if you say, I'm going to show you break point first serve direction, I'm going to show you the dots on a picture of the court, that might be useful. But you can just as easily say, hey, cover the backhand on break point.
I think that might be the way to go. Crunch it for them. You talked about, Jim,
15
how
over.
a lot of the jibber jabber, blah, blah, blah from these teams is innocuous. We hear Grigor's coach say, hit the ball. Now that sounds, okay, that's probably a good idea, but I think what he's really saying is hit through the ball. That. Seems to want more pace
15-13.
from Dimitrov.
This is as frustrated as he's been in the match
Yeah.
right now, at least visibly.
Brace the fight. Brace the fight.
Led for service.
He was hitting the ball that time.
30 all.
Boy, that was an awesome point, and he ended up agitated afterwards. Yeah.
Let's go. Finding it.
Tiafoe's game is so much more effortful than the smoothness of Dimitrov. But yeah, he struck the ball beautifully in that last rally.
Given to him.
Yeah.
Terrible volley by Foe. He's better than that. Tried to get cute with it
40-13.
This one, here we go.
and just put too much speed on the volley. It was in between a deep volley and a drop volley. It was a I'm going to lose this point now volley.
Go, Foe. Come on, right back. Stay on him.
A chance to really grab this third set.
Game Dimitrov. Tiafoe leads 4 games to 3, third set, 1 set all.
Still up a break.
2 players are ready. Love 15.
Dimitrov played some quality tennis in that last service game to hold his serve, but got a big heaping hand of help from Tiafoe at 30 all. That's a big point to get to 15 all for Francis. Love 30, and it just feels like you're slipping. What's going on?
Looks like he's going after his shoe.
He's hobbling.
Yeah.
Look, it's like his left quad is cramping right now. Or injured.
Yeah.
Game Tiafoe.
Very disciplined game from Francis Tiafoe, but
Tiafoe leads 5 games to 3, third
he's trying
set.
to walk off something.
Here we go, G.
He didn't really need that towel, did he? It looks like he's testing his legs.
Love 15.
On that serve.
I didn't see an injury, movement that looked like an injury occurred. Did you?
No.
Just arming his serve right now. That one, 113. His average today is near 120. He's hit it as hard as 133. He's clearly compromised for the moment.
15 all.
How much is Tiafoe
Third
paying attention
sequencing.
to this? How aware.
Yeah, he knows. Dimitrov's, with this whatever's going on physically, compromising his movement, is just going for slap shots right now, trying to not have to play any defense. Came down funny after that serve, kind of hopping like your foot hurts or your leg hurts.
30 all.
Sometimes these things are temporary. Sometimes players go through many crises in matches, and then they recover, they refuel. If it is a cramping situation or a loss of energy, that can be resolved. The set's
30-14.
See if he calls for the trainer when it's over.
Tell. If he calls for the trainer and he gets a medical timeout, then it's
Thank you, please.
not loss of conditioning. Otherwise, lost the set.
Game and third set. Tiafoe, 6 games to 3. To serve. 15 love.
This guy, this poor guy has got to be breaking inside because he's been knocking for a long time on the door trying to win something big.
40 love.
His half of the draw is the side. That's where the opportunity lies. You still have a U.S. Open champion in Medvedev and an Australian Open champion in Sinner in the upper half. This was the side for Dimitrov. This could have been his time to make a final.
There you go.
This is hard.
Game to Tiafoe. First game, fourth set.
Slip, because grass is a dangerous surface, and you're out.
I can't imagine him
Lot 15.
the entire rest of this match. When he beat Alcaraz, Alcaraz came into press and said, he made me feel like I'm 13 years old. I don't know his weakness.
He's trying to show his strength
15
by
over.
staying out here.
And he's hoping maybe that pain medication he could have been given will kick in.
Maybe.
How long
Last-
did you say it takes?
15, 20 minutes from my experience.
Third C15.
He stopped pretty quickly after injuring himself at Wimbledon. We'll see if he is able to finish this match on his feet.
Fourth C15.
Stretching.
It's the last major of the year. That might be a factor in his calculations as to how far he's willing to push his body.
Oh, man. Really just arming it over now.
Forty 30.
How many more times will Dimitrov have a chance in the quarterfinals of a major? It's got to be a question going through everybody's mind, his dad's, his coach, and certainly the player himself. This looks like a long road of rehab ahead of him.
Deuce.
It's number 11. I'd rather he stopped. This is making me heartsick.
Advantage Tiafoe. Game Tiafoe.
Both coaching teams that have been so vocal, so verbal, so noisy, they've both fallen aside.
Oh.
15 love.
And to this crowd's credit, they understand the situation and they're not reveling in the scoreline for Tiafoe. This has gone from a pretty festive pro-foe audience to New York's
30 love.
imitation of a Wimbledon crowd. Understand the situation. Just Biden this time.
40-15.
There's no longer a threat at the moment for Francis. This is just an inevitability. He's going back to the semis.
Game Tiafoe. New balls, please. Tiafoe leads 3-love, 4 sets, and by 2 sets.
Grigor's trying.
love.
Keep going. Here we go. Stay locked in. Come on.
Can't move, but he's still swinging elegantly. It was at Wimbledon. It was that 4th round match on court 1 against Daniil Medvedev. But for the 6th game of the first set, Dimitrov tried to push off, change direction, and as so often happens with players on grass, his foot gave way as he holds serve here for
3-1, 4 sets.
He slipped, he winced, he kept playing, but he started limping immediately, much like we're seeing here. And after 8 games down 5-3, he decided to pull the pin, didn't play any longer. Just like that, the Olympic dream of being in Paris, it was over. Did his rehab, made his way back to the tour in Canada. But now 3 tournaments later, he's injured again. Alex Dimitrov will play tomorrow. He's in the quarterfinals here.
He's had to recover from a tough injury.
40 love.
That match point against Artur Fils ended up winning the point, but when he lunged for the final shot, the volley came up and it ripped his hip. Had to default in the quarterfinals against Djokovic. He was out until this tournament.
Game Tiafoe.
It's over.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dimitrov, due to an injury, has to retire. Tiafoe wins 6-3, 6-7, 6-3, 4-1. Retirement.
Turning into a real grown-up, isn't he? Right before our eyes, a 26-year-old, a 33-year-old